So in terms of how I got to Peace Corps and what I was doing before I came here, I was working in Midtown New York in a media company in a senior stressful role. Probably the most stressful job of my life. Continual deadlines and stress and tension and meetings. And my commute was pretty horrible. I commuted an hour and 40 minutes each way on the train on a good day. And sometimes that commute was 3 hours each way. And throughout my career, I've taken on challenging roles, which I love, but I also then kept accumulating the stress. And I felt, stress never really gave way. And at the point in New York City, when I just really kept seeing these ambulances outside Penn Station waiting and taking away commuters that had just had a heart attack, it was quite often. And it's just something that made me think about what's valuable. And so I got the opportunity to retire early, which I took. And I think I avoided the point where stress that accumulates cannot be undone and would have really affected my health in the future. And so I applied for various humanitarian roles and I ended up here at Peace Corps. And it is very different. It's vastly different from what I was doing before. It's a different type of stress, which is a much more enjoyable stress because you're balancing it out with exercise, eating healthy, socializing, and just, walking to town. It's such a beautiful thing. And I can walk around the town and get some exercise there too. Or I can climb the nearest mountain, which isn't that far, and get some real cardio. So I'm really grateful for how life has turned out for me. I miss my family a great deal and I'm going home for Christmas. But it has made me realize how we can end up in this vicious cycle of working, stressing, and trying to earn the next buck to pay college fees or debt or the mortgage. And, when is enough money enough? And when, is your health more important? That's the lesson I think I've learned, and I'm really honored to share it with you.
How do I feel about my dad being in the Peace Corps? I think, it's obviously really hard for us. We miss him, and 2 years is a long time. But I will say it's been so amazing seeing how happy the service makes him and the work he's doing. It's so inspiring to see what an impact he's made in these people's lives. It makes me want to do something similar. So we're all really proud of him.
I think it's really cool that my dad decided to join the Peace Corps. I think it's him following his dreams and it's showing us kids to do the same. He's really been an inspiration and how much he just wants to help people and how selfless he is. Going to this country, not knowing even the language in the beginning, and now just picking on so many new projects and doing so much more than he even intended to. It's just like inspiring me to one day do the same and do all I can to help people. And I hope that in my career and in my life, I'll do the same and maybe even I'll join the Peace Corps one day.
I think it's important that we all give back in our lives because we are blessed with life from God. And I think it's selfish to just take, right? I think it's good to give something back. And you know what I believe? I believe when you give something, you get 10 times back. And that's what God does. Albania, I wasn't sure when I came here whether I would like it. And I love it now. And I tell my friends and my family back home that this is the best job of my life. And I have worked for nearly 40 years.
I love volunteering. When I grow up, I wish I could be like you. I want to be like you. Because, as you said it, if you give something, God gives you 10 times more. And I get such a good feeling when I give something, when I do something, volunteer.
So some of the projects I've been involved in this have been truly amazing, and I'm so proud to have been part of them. The first one being the seed classes, school education every day for Roma children, and I'm pleased to report that we have funding for not only seed classes for the Roma here in my town of Fushkuria, but also in another town, Elbasan, which is another inner city, highly challenged, economically deprived area. And so we're going to do seed classes there too. Hey, just want to talk to you about keeping fit while you're in service. For me, it's been absolutely vital for me to keep fit and do my yoga. I'm eating healthy, I'm buying fruit and vegetables and cooking just about every night. I do yoga at least every other day, if not every day. I love to walk. And so I think that has really kept me mentally sane, and physically I feel better with my health and my mental state. If I wasn't doing this, I would be sitting around probably eating and getting bored and getting fat. And so I think it's a discipline that you must have, and I know a lot of PCVs struggle with this discipline. The easiest thing is to go out and have a coffee with someone, or even a raki or a beer. And I do that, but I try and balance it out. So there's only so many coffees in a day you can have. But I love this vethamness, my own time to be alone and to do things for myself. And I love to, as I say, balance that out. I'm a very social person. I love being with people. And so it's not like I'm sitting here by myself. My recommendation, come into service and discipline yourself to do the exercise to get yourself in good shape, and you're going to feel so much better physically and mentally.